What's up, YouTubers? This is a review of a couple of shoes in anticipation of some Air Jordan 13 retros coming out in 2013. The one on the right, that is an OG pair from 1997 that I purchased at Foot Locker. It's got the original shoes and box. And the one on the left is a retro pair that came out in 2010. Also known as the Playoffs, with the original box that came with those. I'm going to cover both shoes. I'm doing this in anticipation of the release of the one on the right that's coming out in about 2 or 3 weeks. It's also known as the He Got Game pair, black and white colorway, awesome colorway, great shoe. And let's get into the review of this shoe. So the box, original box was silver with the red Jumpman in the center. Pretty thick box. I originally purchased these, like I said, at Foot Locker, and you can see the original price on there, $149 or $150 basically, size 9.5. So pretty cool box. I don't know what the box is going to be like for the pair that's coming out in 2013. It'd be cool if they came out with this original box. Now the shoes themselves, I actually purchased these to play basketball in. I played about 2 or 3 times a week. I played in them about a year, so they got pretty good use. And despite all that, these shoes are still in great shape. Well, not great shape, decent shape, and I could still wear them. I had to do a couple of things to touch them up, and I'll go over that in a second. Let's go over the shoe itself. The original shoe had suede on the tongue, and then going up to a leather at the top of the tongue with the red Jumpman. These laces are not original. They're just some I purchased because the tips got frayed. So I will cover laces on the other shoes, the playoff shoes that I'm going to cover in a second. The toe is leather. And again, this shoe is notorious for creasing, so you can see all that creasing that happens, especially when you play basketball on them. You have leather on the side of the shoe, white leather, white tumbled leather. It's suede on the bottom. Closer, and you can see over the years that the suede will fray after some time. So, a good way to keep suede nice and clean is not to put any cleaner on it. I actually put cleaner on this back in the day. It's better to just use like a brush, like a horsehair brush, just to brush it out. That's pretty much all you need. And if you really need a deep clean, you buy some decent leather cleaner. You can see the pods on the bottom. These are just the rubber pods on the bottom. And going around, you see the hologram. It's been fogged up. There you go, you can see it kind of shining there. That is designed after the eye of the panther. And again, you can see the suede that's been frayed, white on the inside. And again, more tumbled leather, suede on the bottom and the midsole. Let me get a close up here, just what happened to the leather over the years that got cracked. What I did with it to just clean it up a little bit, doing the best I can. Probably a professional could do a little bit better, well, do a lot better. As I painted it, just touched it up with some white paint, but the paint does crack. So, very difficult to not to get it cracked. You have your Jordan tag on the front of the shoe. Original insole has been taken out because that was pretty torn up. So, put different insole in there, and that would have a red Jumpman in it originally. Bottom of the shoe, you can see there, carbon fiber plate, still intact. This would be holographic. It's been fogged up, and that's difficult to get unfogged nearly. I tried with the blow dryer, it didn't really work. And again, you can see the paw print of the panther that these were designed after. It's one of my favorite shoes of all time from the Jordan line. One difference you will see on the ones that come out in 2013, see this is black here and black on the bottom. That's probably going to be all red. So this whole, all the way around through here is going to be all red. As you can see, despite all the wearing I did with these shoes, they're still pretty good. Overall, great shoe. If you get a chance to get it, I would highly suggest it. It's a shoe you can wear a long time. Part of the reason you can wear them a long time, and they pretty much forever, is you don't have any foam on the bottom or the midsole, so there won't be any cracking. It's a rubber. And there's an air unit inside, but it's enclosed. So even if the air unit pops, it pops on the inside. So you wouldn't really see it, or you probably feel it. It won't feel as comfortable. But these shoes, I still wear them, and they still feel pretty good. Still feel really good. Not as cushiony as they used to be, but still wearable. And it's a shoe I think you could wear as long as you take care of them. You could wear forever. I did have to do some gluing. You can see right there the glue I had to do. Could have done a better job. It's really tough. You got to use a toothpick to get in there. So you might have to do that to keep them wearable, but definitely a wearable shoe. You can't say that for every Jordan. Now going over to the playoffs, there was suede, these versions here, all the way up, all the way to the top of the tongue with the kind of gold circle with the red Jumpman. These are more like the original laces, which are, again, a rope style, but a little not as round, more oval shaped. Toe, you have the tumbled leather. You have a gold Jordan tumbled leather around the side. Bottom of the shoe has that suede. Very nice suede on these. Feels really good. And then suede on the midsole. So pretty identical to the original Air Jordan. The white pods on the bottom. And there's that hologram, what it looks like when it's not fogged up. And then you go suede all the way around. Tumbled leather. This leather here is stiff for tumble leather, but pretty nice overall. I think better than the leather that came out in any of the 2012 shoes. Even just comparing the Air Jordan 4 that were white, that leather was really stiff. This leather is stiff, but not as stiff. It's more close to the original Air Jordan 13s, which was a softer type of leather. And I like the softer leather, easier to break in, but softer leathers will cause more creasing. So I think that's why sometimes they go with the stiffer leather. There's the box that it came in. Even though I bought these used, and I'm not opposed to buying used shoes, save a few bucks sometimes. Shoes are in great shape, and they feel really comfortable to wear. The only thing that I did change, let me get to the bottom of the shoe first. Bottom of the shoe, again you can see the paw print. Again, this is all red, so this is more like what the He Got Game 2013 pair will look like. Originally on these it was gray. This was gray, that was gray. Carbon fiber plates still about the same, though this has some ridges in it. So I'm not sure why they did that, but it has ridges in it. It's not smooth like on the OG pair. And you can see that hologram on there, how it shines up. Now, to the insole. That insole is of course not the one that came with. This one's from the Air Jordan 12. That was the Rising Sun. It was all white pair, and they put that insole in there. That insole wasn't really released in the pair. A few came out, but there was some controversy over that because the Air Jordan 12 was designed after the Japanese rising sun, their flag, and there are people that got upset about it, so Jordan Brand had to pull back the release of that shoe, so not that many came out. Some do, you can find them on eBay. But I was able to purchase these insoles off eBay for a really good price, maybe $20, $30. And I'm really happy with that. I don't own a pair of Air Jordan 12s, so I put them on inside of these shoes, and I think it looks really cool in there. So really cool looking insole. So there you have it. There's a review of both shoes. Leave any comments or questions, and I'll check you guys out later.